Guys and girls, we are going to be taking a look at the best class setup for Warzone. Now, I have already got, I think, 5 or 6 wins under the belt with this setup, so trust me when I say that I have personally tried it and it is true. Now, I've got a couple go-to Warzone class setups, but this right here has got to be the one that has impressed me the most. When we get to the perk section, you know, there's some stuff that you might want to change there, but that stuff will be covered in my other Warzone class setup videos once I get a little bit more time in with those and get to tweak those just a hair bit more. But I know a lot of you guys, if you like sniping, then you like this one because the AX50 is included, but it's also got stuff set up so that you can deal with short range, medium range, clear houses, do this, that, and the other, and then also take into the account the fact that you'll be getting do jigs during the game, other weapons, whatever. So starting out in your primary slot, we're going to be throwing on the AX50, and right here is the 5 attachments that I've found that work hands down the best for this setup, and I'll run you through them in the muzzle. We got the monolithic suppressor for the barrel. We got a 32-inch factory barrel, ammunition, 9-round magazine, perks, fraggable wounded. Now with that, you feel free to change this one up to your personal preference. The recon was one I messed around with for a little bit. Focus I messed around with, flinch resistance because you increased, whatever. Sleight of hand's good. You change out your mags faster, but you got 9 rounds in the mag, so not really necessary. If you find yourself having a hard time locating sniper ammunition, then feel free to throw on fully loaded. But with the fraggable, the wound and do jig right there, I found that popping people, I could let my teammates push, or if I'm within a medium range setting, then I can pop them, then push, finish them off with the gun that we're going to have as our secondary, or even take and go in and nade them. It's whatever works in the time and situation. And finally with the optic, throwing on the thermal dual power scope. Now a lot of times you'll run into people who have cold-blooded on, but it's almost like a 50-50 mix I've found. Like, I've still got to the end of a lot of matches, and there are people, without cold-blooded. And that's mainly due to people getting bought in, maybe they got the time to get the loot out drop, then they ended up going to the gulag, coming back, died, friends bought them back, whatever, doesn't matter. You can still distinguish people who, like, if they have cold-blooded, because people be running around and moving because of the zone, so that's something I wouldn't stress over. It's still way better than the regular optic on this one. Like, if you really want to run the HDR, or maybe you haven't unlocked the AX50. With the HDR, I've kind of found that the regular dual zoom scope works better with that, but there'll be a separate video for that. So let's just get back on top. Now, big thing to keep in mind with this class setup, just like especially with that monolithic can on the front and the 32-inch barrel and the 9-round magazine and the thermal optic, fast ADS is not a strong suit of this weapon, and that's why we're going to be going to secondary. So if for whatever reason you're trying to hop into Warzone and quickscope, first of all, don't recommend that at all, because in a lot of cases you're going to get just swiggity swoogity, and you're not going to be able to do anything, and you're just going to lose your gunfight. So like this right here is meant for actual sniping, being able to post up, window, a mountain, lay down, do it Chris Kyle style, and actually, body people. Now, before we get into the secondary, we got to touch the perks first, because as you can see, perk 2 is overkill. Now this is a section that a lot of people is going to disagree, and I completely understand why, because I don't run this perk setup for my other Warzone class setups. I'm normally running cold-blooded, ghost, and battle hardened, okay? But for this setup, we got quick fix. As you can see, killing players immediately starts health regeneration. Capturing and holding objectives increases your health regeneration rate. So with this, it's all about the killing players immediately starts health regenerations, because I'll find myself getting into gunfights, and people end up breaking your armor. You'll get really low health, but as soon as you get them down and kill them, your health boosts right back to 100% instead of having to wait the full time. And I don't like to run stems or anything. I like to have a concussion or a stun available in my tactical section, so that's why I'm running quick fix with this setup. And trust me, if you haven't used quick fix before, I mean, whenever I started using it, I didn't have a lot of experience with it, but when you learn to play right with it and kind of pick your engagements, it's extremely helpful helpful, and it can allow you to move on from one enemy to the other a lot quicker. Then overkill's, you know, obviously for our secondary weapon that we're going to be going with, because it is a primary AR. And then finally going with battle hardened because it reduces, you know, the strength of any of the tacticals. Tacticals are used a lot in Warzone, so it can be really frustrating to lose to a bad player just because they hit you with a stun and you can't spin around. Now for our secondary, we're going to be going with the Graf 5.56. This has to be one of the best, most well-balanced ARs in this game. Now if you don't have it, it was a Season 2 weapon. So, you know, in that event, just kind of modeled this setup with another weapon, maybe the M4, a Kilo, just one of the fully automatic weapons. But the attachments that I run on this bad boy is the monolithic suppressor, the Ranger foregrip, 60 round mags, XRK Void 2 rear grip, and the GI Mini Reflex Optics. So now I messed around with this system a lot in the beginning. I tried running thermal optics, this, that, and the other, but you're only going to want to use this, like I said, your close range engagements primarily, you know, clearing houses, just moving in and around buildings when you're working on people down low, or in the event maybe you got somebody parachuting and they're in a close proximity. It's a lot easier to trail them with this bad boy than it is to try to snipe them. You know, just kind of depending on your area. You want that suppressor on there just so, you know, people can't see you on the map. Harder to hear, but you get the added benefit of having a little extended range. But the factory barrel on this bad boy already has very, very good range. You got a 60 round magazine, so even if your accuracy is questionable, you still have more than enough ammo in that mag to deal with 1 to 2 people. I've actually managed to down 3 people with one 60 round mag out of this bad boy whenever I took and just had equipped it, and I just had landed on a loadout drop. But in fairness, one of them didn't have any shield, and the other 2, from what I can tell, had pretty low shield. But with that, I digress. Now with the optic, if you don't like the GI Mini, feel free to mess around with that a little bit, but definitely go with something that is not magnified at all, and don't do the thermal because it slows down your ADS time too much. I mean, there's things you could do to speed this thing's ADS time up even more, and if you really like the iron sights, you could do that, and that's what I normally go with in multiplayer. But with this, it's something about the target acquisition and just running optics plays a lot better in Warzone for whatever reason. And then finally, for the lethal and tactical, I have got a frag grenade and a stun grenade. Now this right here changes a little bit. Now I like to have that as my standard default, but normally while you're in game, that gets used up pretty quick, and then I'll just pick up whatever I do come across. So that's something that you could change to fit your personal preference. Since we got quick fix, definitely would recommend not throwing on stem shots just because there's really no point whatsoever. But there you have it. Now, I know at the beginning of the video I included a text title that said at the end of this there will be some gameplay, and that is coming up right meow. It was something that actually happened tonight. Hopped in a game, started recording it right towards the end. I think I ended up capping like 8 to 10. I think it was 10 kills. Should have had like 15, but one of my buddies did win and took a lot of them from me. And you'll be able to tell that by the damage at the end of the video. But I mean, I've got, you know, a handful of wins using this class setup, and it comes in so clutch, especially with that sniper setup. So I'm going to quit talking. So before I do, I really appreciate you guys checking out the video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and now we will cut to the gameplay.
And a gas mask.
I got a gas mask, so I'm good.
Fill up all plates.
Oh yeah, they're there. They're there. A team is there.
Hit one.
Downed one.
Broke the other shield.
Tagged one.
Broke armor. No armor. No armor.
There's one more.
Laying down behind this tree.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got sights on me, I think. Oh, tagged him.
Broke his armor.
Yeah, he sees us.
Nice.
Push up a little bit. Push up a little bit.
Yep. We gotta watch our left, though. Our left's really exposed. Oh, and that's out of the zone. Broke shield.
His teammates
Broke
up.
shield. They're just chilling behind that tree. We got people, I think, pushing up the hill to our left. I don't know. Oh, there's a guy head camping on that rock. Watch him. He's got a sniper.
Yeah, I see him.
Downed him. Guy on the loadout drop.
The guy here below us too.
No, Seth. Pick me up. Lay down, pick me up.
I'm down the guy. Seth, get him.
Yep. I got to armor up. Watch out, watch out. Get behind the tree.
Do you have any extra armor?
Yeah. Let me throw these plates on.
Drop me a couple. The dude just broke mine.
Wait. Broke that guy's armor, Ryan? The one that's shooting at you? You gotta push forward. Sorry, Seth, hang on. Get to this bush and I'll hit you up.
I ain't gonna make it to the bush.
Probably
I got self-revive, so...
Okay, just hit that.
Cracked one shield at the loadout drop. I'm going down a hill.
Another guy on the rock.
Yep. Downed him.
Back of the hill. Down another one left, one
Good.
left.
If that guy's down up top, we need to push him. Okay. God dang, out of the zone, garbage.
I got my class.
I need some shields.
There's bound to be some up here somewhere. Oh my god, this is an OG spot, bro.
Checking.
There wasn't one shield up here.
We should be pretty good. We have 3-man, 4 teams, 9 people. People right there. Downed him. Team wipe. Just watch your head peeking and pay. Like, just try to stay on a swivel.
Well, yeah, I got a C4. Hold on.
Pushing in with the zone.
Oh, down. No shield. Down one left.
Okay. Wait, left.
One left. Where's she at self-revive, honestly?
They've got to be at the bottom of this rock.
Yeah.
Whipping out the AR.
Oh,
I got y'all. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
They're at the bottom of the rock. They're gonna die.
Don't put. Yeah, Lana, you push down. I'm just gonna stay.
Yeah, stay up there. As long as one of us left. I got a little lag spike anyways.
Down one.
I can't see them.
They're down. Lana, jump in there. They're laying around.
Getting shot. Oh, he's on the side of the rock.
He's pinned in there. He's right here. Lana, he's over here.
Hello?
Hello?
I don't see him.
No, he's running that way.
Okay.
No, he's not. He's right here. Down. Finish him. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, baby! That's how we do it!
Guys, I don't want to look at the scoreboard, but look at the scoreboard. I got 16 kills, boy.
You stole 10 of mine!
I don't know what y'all talking about.
You stole 10 of mine, bro! Look at the damage! Okay, but you know what? It doesn't matter. We won, baby, as a unit! Considering the first 2 matches we played was legit warm-up games, those are first game win, bro.
Big call-outs, guys.
Indeed. Solid call-outs. Got the sample Waldo there, the whole helicopter flying away.
Yes.